So I don't know if you know this or not, but when they open a new Spirit of Halloween, they have a ribbon cutting ceremony. They use a big knife. So I can't enjoy the summer without thinking about the fall. But then again, the summer is not what the summer used to be. I used to have fun in the summertime. Everything that was fun about the summer is now dangerous. Hey everybody, Merry Christmas. It's not Christmas. It's not. I don't know when it is. This one is the Victrola tabletop. This is the top. I was just sort of doing a little bit of cleaning over here underneath the thing. But this one is from about the late 30s, I think, I want to say. It's very Art Deco in some respects, and maybe it's, you know, it's got very, very cool design. It's definitely pre-war, because during the war they wouldn't have made it as fancy if they made them at all. I don't even know what they did during the war. Probably not. And then after the war, this sort of tabletop cranked unit was sort of passé. So I gotta wear my 1940s hat, because I like the 1940s. Well, I don't like it for some things, like war. But like, I feel like we're in the 1940s part 2 right now, right? Anyway, it's been a rough week at Lake Wobegon. This is on the player here. I'm gonna play this real loud, but you can't play it. You know, you can't fucking play it over the YouTubes. And I saw a video by a guy named Rick Beto. You might have heard of him. I don't know. Maybe you haven't. But anyway, this fella is a music type fella. And he was talking about fair use. And he was talking about using songs, because he's a musician. And he's like playing songs on his YouTube channel. And getting sort of slapped around. And even though he's saying it's fair use, he's doing a review of a song or talking about a song, but YouTube and the record companies are like, no, money, money, we need more money. Yeah, look how that's working out for the rest of the fucking world, by the way. When you give, like, just a few people all the fucking money, the rest of the world collapses, right? Not a smart idea. So anyway, Rick Beto, this fella, he's got nice hair. I like his hair. He's about my age, maybe. Maybe he's a little bit older than me. I don't know. I'm 56 years old. I don't fucking know. So, Rick Beto says, hey, the record companies are on my ass. They're demonetizing my fucking channel because they're bitching and moaning when I play a song. And they're doing it like 5 years later. Even though it was clearly fair use. So, Rick Beto has had to hire a lawyer or a team of lawyers. A team of, what's a team of lawyers called? I don't know. Is it like a gaggle of gooses? What's a team of lawyers? It's like a team of dog sleds. Team of dog sled. A dog sled team. Let's just say that it's a dog sled team. He's had to hire a goddamn dog sled team to bring to have them check to make sure that he's not getting screwed on these copyright strikes, because what happens is that it demonetizes your channel. And when you're Rick Beto, you got fucking guitars to buy. You need to have every video monetized. He does work very hard on that, and I'm a fan, you know. It's a little different for me because I'm a little bit loosey-goosey. What's a gaggle of geeses? A loosey-goosey? So, but I like that stuff because I'm a musician myself, and I'm okay. You know, I'm not that great. I'm okay. I'm pretty good, actually, but, like, I don't know because nobody fucking says anything. So, I like to have some type of, you know, like feedback. You know, literally feedback. Like, boo, I want some feedback, you know? And I've been saying that for fucking years. And finally, people are like, hey, what's these big corporations don't have our best interest in mind? Wow! What about the people associated with those big companies? What about the fucking stock market? What about this trading, insider trading, traders? Yes, they are traders. Because they have no allegiance to anything but themselves. That's why they're called traders, by the way. Ooh, getting out of breath. This right here, when I'm wearing it like this is Charlton Heston in the Ringling Brothers, the circus. That movie came out in the 40s, you know, and I like the 40s. 40s were cool. We're going through 40s too, did I tell you? 40s too? It's like 80s too. It's twice the fun. But anyway, so that movie had Jimmy Stewart in it, and Jimmy Stewart kind of played a dude that was on the run. So he wore his clown makeup the whole fucking time, which is brilliant. It's kind of like Kiss, you know, not being seen without their makeup for years. They suck, by the way. Fuck Kiss. That's why we know religion is man-made. Here's another reason why we have questions about. And I had questions. You know, when I was when I was growing up, we went to Episcopal church. You know, which was kind of like Catholic light. It was like diet Catholic. It's like, hey, all the calories, but none of the calories, or whatever the fuck. So when I was in Bible school, vacation Bible school, about this time, we had some classes, and we talked about things like God being disappointed. And I thought to myself, well, Jesus Christ, literally. Why would God be disappointed if he was omnipotent? He knew what the outcome of an event was going to be. He didn't have to anticipate the reaction that his creation would have. He knew already, right? Right? Is that what omnipotent means, or is it like selective selective optimism? That's what I have. I have selective optimism, which means there are days that are not so good and some days are whatever, you know, and that's life. But anyway, back to the story. So, I forgot what the story was, so I'll make up a new one. This is a cool record flat, right? It's the Ghetto Boys, which is a rap group from the 80s, 90s, early 90s. We Can't Be Stopped. So, they took a photo, and this is like a little touchy. I hope I don't get in trouble. He's on his cool cell phone, and that's the promo shot that they took. He's like, yeah, and that guy's right there. He's like, cool, and he's got a cool hat on. But like, that's what they decided to use for a promo shot. That's a flat that went out to the record store so you can hang it in the fucking window. I think that's kind of off a little bit, but actually pretty cool in a way, pretty ballsy, just to show, like, fuck it, we're tough, we're the Ghetto Boys. I collected a lot of the parental advisory, because back in the early 90s, we had Two Live Crew, and I have some great Two Live Crew stuff, memorabilia, just the Casingle. You remember Casingles? Well, they're back now, but they're like fucking $20 for a Casingle now. But I have a Two Live Crew Casingle, as well as the newspaper article, and the whole thing about the Broward County, you know, arresting people on stage for rapping, you know, and being, okay, a little bit risque. Let's just say that these fellas were risque. So this is it here. That's Mead Lux Lewis, Bearcat Crawl. And on the other side is fucking Albert Ammons. Shout for joy. That's the early sound of a fucking boogie woogie, you know, just the loud, the syncopation, the, you know, the rawness of the whole fucking thing, you know, and that's like what it should be. Unfortunately, some of this stuff has been sort of converted into like adult listening pleasures. Like a lot of jazz has sort of been turned into like cocktail hour for the wealthy, you know, that's like an elite thing. Just like classical music is just totally not giving off the vibe that it's accessible to all, where it should be, but people don't approach it that way because it's sort of classed as high class. The status is high on that type of music. It's viewed as being better than music with different, you know, from different places. The be-all, the end-all is not Western civilization. Okay, there are some things that the Western civilization folks haven't got quite right. So maybe it's nice to hear from folks from everywhere. Hey, how you doing? Hey, you got some good food over there. You know, there's good food, good music. You guys, you know, everybody has something, right? It's not just like, we're the best. Really? Are you the best dancers? That's one thing that really gets me is fucking Anglophiles. I mean, I'm an Anglo Celts, but like this whole thing of like worshiping English, you know, programming or any BBC, all that stuff. Come on, isn't it time to like go, hey, what's another name for Anglophile? Is it racist douche with a fancy car? Could be. Picture this. Picture debtor's prisons, large prisons. He wants to open fucking wherever. I don't know. He's going to have like the themes. You know, the prisons are going to be like, you got Alligator Alley, and then you're going to have Spiderville. Then you can have like pterodactyl lands, you know, prisons. Just because they're so fucking childish, like fucking 8-year-old boys, really. Speaking of baseball, this is my forest ranger hat. Or is it a forest ranger hat? It's a laid-off forest ranger hat. That's what it is. One of the forest rangers who got laid off lent me this hat because he's not going to use it anymore because they're turning all the forest land into some type of like amusement park. No, that's what they're going to do. Hey! They're going to take all of the national parks and make them prisons. But they'll be themed. They'll have very tasteful decorations inside the prison. They'll have like an Adirondack prison. You know, it'll have like the chandeliers in the mess hall. Will have like, you know, will be like antlers and shit. And they'll have like stuffed things on that, like heads on the wall and stuff. And it'll be like not too much because, you know, we don't want to give them too much fun. But like they would just have themes. That way, you know, they thought that the general public would be into that because it's very like amusement park, you know, oriented. You know, basically geared to the fucking 7-year-old minds that they are trying to get us to revert back to. So that would work out for them. They would love like themes. You know, you could have like corporate sponsorships. You could have like other big evil companies come in and use their logos and their designs and their characters. So you could have prisons, you could have like a Sony prison or something. You could have like all of the video game makers, you know, have like all of like the prison yard would be like these big murals of these like, you know, characters from the big evil companies that are contributing to the prison system and the whole sort of for-profit everything. You know, let's put all the people in jail and make them work and do things and make cell phones. How about that idea, right? Isn't that a little like weird that they would maybe think that people were going to make cell phones? I don't know, like, okay, well, hey, what if you just make all these prisons like workhouses? Right? What if that's their thinking? Like, here's the goddamn IRS, and you're on the debtor's prison list, and you go to prison and you make cell phones. But this is this great Rage Against the Machine single, and I put it slow because I like listening to heavy music slow because there's a lot of bands like St. Vitus and things like that a lot of those bands tune really down low. And this is what, there was a friend of mine who had a band that I was in called Foom, and he did a lot of that. He took like skipping records, he took like different samples of different things like that. Inspired a lot by Beck. You know, that was like a whole thing, is make your own music with different sounds and using like your media. Like, I've seen like people who had to write something down, and it's like, oh my God, did a bird do this? We're desensitized to a lot of things, you know, and it's like, how many Americans were involved? Oh, well, then who cares, right? Like the plane crashes, and 3 Americans. Oh, okay, now I'm going to pay attention. Otherwise, I don't care. You know, that's sick. There's something wrong with people. People are not well. And I just like joke about it a lot, but it's not good. This is not going to end well for like a lot of us.